come on, get in. Obviously, if you see me trying to get out of breath, it's because we're literally, thankfully, we're getting a lift back because our train got cancelled. So that's fun in and of itself. But look who's with us. Come on! His second away game, by the way. I love it. His second away game, second win. Let's get fun to get this lad to every away game of the season. Oh my God, we needed that. I know I said that about the Wigan win a couple of weeks back, but my God, that was needed. Obviously, I didn't think there should have been much pressure whatsoever, really, on the team, but with the fact we had a couple of games extra without a win, the longer it went on, the more confidence potentially dipped, and that's not what we needed. Truthfully, in the game, I didn't think we were that great. I think in the first half in particular, we were awful. We had two decent chances, both of which I believe were from Cirkin, but someone correct me in the comments if I'm wrong with that one. But, you know, second half, I was like, other than those two chances from what I can remember, we did absolutely nothing. Now, granted, to be fair, it was just that type of game where both teams in the bottom third, not particularly great in and of themselves, and obviously the weather, you know, it looked more like water polo than football at times in especially towards the latter point of the first half. Trying not to get run over, which is a good thing. Hopefully not. But it looked more like water polo than football towards the latter point of the first half. But first goal in these type of games is always massive, and I'm not going to take the mick out of Huddersfield fans with Pritchard because we've had enough ex-people score against us. We've had a goalkeeper score against us a couple of months back, so you know, I'm not going to say much about it, but all I'll say is for some of the stick Huddersfield fans were giving him, it was a little bit satisfying. But again, I don't know the context, so any Huddersfield fans tell me what I am missing. From there, I thought Huddersfield had mostly half efforts. I can't really remember a great one they had, but again, I might have been watching a totally different fixture. However, I think once we started to get the younger players on, like Bar, Matete, Burnett, and Sims, of course, coming on was a big thing. Blessed Yaku. Tried his socks off in the first half, but yeah, I mean, I'm not as harsh on him as a lot of other people seem to be, but yeah, he's probably just not good enough for this league, unfortunately. Hopefully he proves me wrong, but I doubt he is. Sims coming on, at least have an outlet and made a bit of a difference, and I'm someone who's always said you can't just use not having a striker as an excuse to not win games and to not keep clean sheets, and I still stand by that to a point. However, outball definitely did help now, particularly in a game like this when we needed to relieve a little bit of pressure when Huddersfield were having spells of the ball. But yeah, obviously Pritchard, first goal, could have written it to be honest. And then from there we started to control enough of the game that I felt we saw the game out reasonably comfortably despite a few half efforts on Huddersfield. And then obviously Diallo at the end, limbs and scenes, and a clean sheet. That's always worth something. Anyway, vital win. Much needed away victory. So yeah, let's just move on to Cardiff on Saturday. We've got 2 games left before the World Cup. Cardiff and Birmingham. Let's get a respectable points tally and then get some players back and see where we go from there. Anyway, as always guys, I'm trying to get 5,000 subs by the end of the season. So if you could hit the like button, comment and subscribe, it would mean the world to us. And yeah, safe trip back to everybody who went. Hopefully everyone gets back alright, especially those who had trains. And yeah, well, I suspect there's an ambulance going off there, but anyway, I'll stop this running commentary of me walking through the streets of Huddersfield and we'll get back home to the northeast. Safe trip back everyone, great 3 points, move on to Cardiff on Saturday. Are we the lads, come on.